Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, please welcome your Cleveland Guardians.
Just about set to go now. And towing the slab for the Cleveland Guardians, Tanner Bybee. How about a scouting report on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Now it's going to be Austin Wells. The wind of the pitch. That's off the inside corner, and we are underway. And the 1-0. And that drops in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Center field. Thomas under this one. Hauls it in for the out. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. Here is Aaron Judge. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes. Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record, and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
And there's a strike on the outside corner, and the count is 0-2. And that just misses.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Tanner Bybee with the strikeout. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
And that one is lifted in the air. Stretches out and hauls it in. Yankees nothing. Guardians coming up. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. And today's starter, Carlos Rodon.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Rodon, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. Late swing, foul to the left. Rodon ready. Here comes. That one misses. Now 1-2. The other way. Jump throw across his body. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. Called strike right there.
0-1.
Rodon sets and deals. There's a swing and a drive. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Into second, and he's got a double. Now a relay to third, and he's out.
Well, it's always a risk when you're pushing for third like that. A bang-bang play. Had a chance to make it. Maybe a little better slide around the tag, but a nice job by the defense to cut off that runner.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So in now for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. That's towards center. Bellinger has this one sized up. Corrals it. 2 down.
Batting fourth, first baseman Carlos.
Here's the Guardians lineup now. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Runner at second, 2 down. And a big swing and a miss.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
The pitch. Way inside. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. That's back there. And out of here. That one felt good. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Yeah, the batter now, John Kenzie Noel. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Establishing both ends of the zone is critical. Most times guys are wanting to get hitters out down, but if you can get them to look up, get a called strike, that's going to make that strike zone a lot bigger.
2 balls,
that one
strike.
missed. Fouls one off. 2-2. And that one almost got him. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
This one in the air. Chisholm brings it in, and that's the inning. Carlos Santana, so smooth for the Guardians. And it's 2-zip. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Bybee, 26 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2021.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And there's a foul ball. Swinging a ground ball, and it goes just foul. And the 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
This ball's chopped to the ground. He takes it on his own. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting 6th, shortstop Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. He swings and fouls one off.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
That one the other way. He's got it, and that is out number 3. Yanks held in check. They trail things here 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the center fielder, Lane Thomas.
Lane Thomas.
Rodon back to work.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strikes.
Swinging a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be.
And this one looks like trouble, and it gets by him. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
He was all over that one. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Bo Naylor at the plate now. First pitch misses. And the slider just misses. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some, Boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Man at second. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
2-2 the count.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Arias.
So digging in, Gabriel Arias. Cut on and missed. Good change up right there. And it's 0-1.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Thomas leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. The 1-1 is fouled off. Pitch
Ball
misses.
2.
Now 2-2.
Really good take,
2 strikes.
especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Out to short. Volpe. Throw to first in time.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
Here's Brian Rocchio. And that one in the air center field. Bellinger sizing it up, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Guardians lead 1, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Back here in Cleveland. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. There's a strike. And a swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
And now is the Yankees DH, Ben Rice. A changeup missing. 1-0. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1. That one way inside.
1 strike.
Hit in the air, right field. Noel. Hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
Batting ninth, third
2
baseman,
outs, base is empty. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. High in the air, out to right. Noel sizing this one up. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Set for the bottom of the third. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Hit hard, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off
Now
the bat.
batting,
Something to
third
improve.
baseman, Jose
Here's Jose
Ramirez.
Ramirez. Doubled in his first AB. That's too
Ball
low.
one.
And it's 1-0. Rodon fires. That one ripped left field. Gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add to the lead. It's 4-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Stepping in, Kyle Manzardo. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And there's a ball.
1-0.
Heart of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That one down the line, and
Nope,
that's
that's foul.
just foul. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the last half of the third. And that
No,
misses.
inside.
And it's 2-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That one ripped. One away.
Man, he smoked
Up
that
next
fastball. He's
for the
all over it.
Guardians,
It's just frustrating when
first
you can't get it to
baseman,
fall. Maybe next time up he'll
Carlos
find a hole.
Santana.
And now the first baseman, Carlos Santana. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. Still only one out here in the inning. That one
Inside,
way
ball one.
inside.
That's a ball.
That one is absolutely belted. This looks like extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So up next, Jhonkensy Noel. 0 for 1 so far. In there at the knees. Strike one. And it's fouled away. Next
One
pitch
ball,
is
2
outside.
strikes.
Action in the pen down there. Yoendrys Gomez getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting, the center
Here's Lane
fielder,
Thomas.
Lane
Doubled his
Thomas.
first time up. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That misses, and that's ball one. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Ground ball up the middle. Volpe in plenty of time to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Here in Cleveland, new inning getting
Yankees,
started. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. And first offering is fouled off. All right, Singy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. And there's one away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Santana makes the grab for the second out.
Ball's just not carrying the first
Now
tonight.
batting, the center fielder, Cody
Now, you would
Bellinger.
actually say that to your teammate in the dugout.
No, I'm not that cruel, but someone would say it to me, and I'm sure it's probably been said before.
Bellinger batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. On a line out towards center. Thomas snags it, and that's the third out. Down in order go the Yankees. They're down 4-0. Back now at Progressive Field. And here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard. In the air, center field. Bellinger makes the grab.
That's just a really nice catch
Up
on
next
the run
for
right
the
there. He
Guardians.
saved extra bases
Second
for sure. If
baseman,
the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his
Arias.
breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch. Boog, and I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring runs at the rate in which the data was saying they should be at. So the numbers were saying it was just a matter of time until they would take off. Little did we know that it would convert into a 22-game winning streak, and it took the baseball world by storm.
I love when you talk nerd to me. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Carlos Rodon is done in this one, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
Righty
New York,
reliever out of the pen,
number
Yoendrys
94.
Gomez.
Well, they
No
didn't get
injuries,
much length out of their
Gomez.
starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Man at first. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Brian Rocchio. He's 0 for 1. Top of the zone for a called strike. And a foul ball. Man at first, one away. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's down. One hops off the wall. Judge hustles it back in. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down.
Couple of singles back to back. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. And that's way high.
1-0.
Ball one. Two on, one out. Line drive, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still
Up
drive
next
you
for
absolutely
the Guardians,
crazy.
third baseman, Jose
Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Outside,
that's just out.
And that's ball one.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. That's a strike, attacked with the sweeper.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Now this is in the air down the line. Judge getting an angle on it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So they strand a pair. We played 4. Guardians 4, and the Yankees nothing. And we're back.
Leading
Top
off
5,
for the
John
Yankees,
Sciambi with Chris
first
Singleton.
baseman, Paul
And leading it off,
Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt. Bybee back to work. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2 is the count.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
That cutter right there had just enough
batting,
movement on it to
second
get the
baseman,
swing and
Jazz
miss. It wasn't a
Chisholm
great location
Jr.
by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
And that one fouled off. The Yanks still looking for their first hit in this one. Ground ball right side. Santana steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the
Now
air.
batting,
Lets the defense work
shortstop,
behind him with another
Anthony
ground ball.
Volpe.
Good execution.
2 down, base is empty. Anthony Volpe will hit next. He's 0 for 1. Right side. Santana takes it to the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Yanks held in check. They trail it here 4-0. Bottom bottom of the inning. And
Leading
now
off
the
for
DH,
the
Kyle
Guardians,
Manzardo.
designated hitter, Kyle
Manzardo goes 5 feet, 11 inches, 24 years old. And he's usually a first baseman. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one hops the wall. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 5th.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it. And that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Carlos Santana. He's already homered here in this one. And that is out of play. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. Popped up. Chisholm hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jhonkensy Noel.
And now the right fielder, Jhonkensy Noel. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
1 out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he can.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And now 2 aboard to third. Tag, got him.
Now
he comes up firing, and there was an anticipation and kind of an excitement when the ball went in his direction that he was going to have an opportunity to throw somebody out. And that's the attitude that aggressive and good outfielders have.
So a man aboard. Lane Thomas will make his way to the plate. 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Ripped to short. On to Jazz.
He's out.
And that is the inning. 1 left for the Guardians, but they lead it 4-0. All set for the top of the 6th. Now the left fielder Jason Dominguez. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Aye.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Designated hitter Ben Rice.
And next is the designated hitter Ben Rice. Flied to right his first time. Ball 1, no strikes. 1 out, base is empty. That one finds the zone, and 1-1.
Ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 3, and that's 2 in a row. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera. And first offering is fouled off. Fouled off to the right. Two out, space is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the catcher comes up to him. Bo
Leading
Naylor.
off for the Guardians, catcher Bo Naylor.
Hit well, right field, way back, and gone. He'll touch them all. It's 5-zip. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
And up next for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. Lifted in the air, right field. Judge has it sized up. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Brian
So digging in,
Rocchio.
Brian Rocchio. Laser could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Wastes no time there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. And that drops in for a strike. That one pushed to the left and foul. One out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Man at second. Cut on and lifted in the air. Dominguez. They got it for out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone.
stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Yoendris Gomez departs, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now
out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Ryan Yarbrough.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So 2 away with nobody on. Kyle Manzardo now at the plate. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Two outs. On the ground, right side, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 7-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Judge.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Hit on the ground, and it gets through. Just like that, the perfect game is gone.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another.
He swings and crushes one. Deep on its way. Way back there. Gone. It's a belly bomb. And they cut into the deficit. It's 7-2.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul, was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
That one ripped. And it hits the fence.
Now batting, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
One gone, runner at first. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. That's a base hit. And the lead runner holds on at second base.
Now batting, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
2 on, 1 out. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. In the air, right field. Noel makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
So first and second with 2 outs. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. And he hits a ground ball right side. Throw on to Santana. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's 7-2. This is Guardians Baseball on the Show, Ohio. Back here in Cleveland, bottom of the seventh. So in now for Cleveland, Carlos Santana.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting,
John
right
Kenzie
fielder,
Noel
John
digs in now.
Noel.
1 for 3. And a foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Glove flip
Out.
for 1 to first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Here's Lane Thomas now. Sinker catches the zone at the knees. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Lead runner around second. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Bo Naylor getting ready to hit. And a strike on the outside edge. Activity in the bullpen. Tim Hill, the left-hander, up and throwing. Leiter, the right-hander, loosening up as well. The 0-2. Got him swinging.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. 1 run is in. Bangs off the wall. And in at second with an RBI double.
Picks himself up an RBI. Loud contact, leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio. That's outside. Ball one. Thomas on third. Arias at second with 2 gone. That one finds the zone, and the count even 1-1. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Dominguez makes the catch, inning over. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We look ahead to inning number 8. Guardians 8 and the Yankees 2. Ready to begin the 8th. Now up is the Yankees DH, Ben Rice. Bybee back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1.
Fought off foul. Got him. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Now batting, third baseman
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Headed towards the corner. Fair ball. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Now batting, catcher Austin Wells.
Back to the top of the order now. Now here is Austin Wells. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. And they close the gap. It's 8-4. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. First offering, and it just misses. The Yankees looking to rally. Judge waits. That's in there, and it's 1-1. To the right side, and foul ball. One down, base is empty. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Judge rips that one. Kwan moving back. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch.
Now batting, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Cody Bellinger. And that's in there for strike 1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
2 down, nobody on. Inside.
Ball 1.
And that is ball 1. And strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. On the ground to first, Santana. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Yankees get a homer to cut the lead. It's now 8-4. Major League Baseball is on the show.
Now pitching for
Back
New York.
now, new pitcher on the mound as
Number
we roll
41.
into the bottom of the 8th. Tim Hill. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan.
Left fielder, Stephen
Hill,
Kwan.
a tall lefty, 200 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. Right through there for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Now a screamer into the outfield. Bellinger makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting.
That was just a great
Third
jump and
baseman,
route to the ball.
Jose
Well, it had to be. If he was going to
Ramirez.
cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Ramirez
That's a ball.
stands in here, takes ball 1
Counts
low.
1-0.
He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark, but obviously out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
Bellinger gets under it, pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Next is the
Kyle
designated hitter,
Manzardo.
Kyle Manzardo. 1 for 4 with a double. First
Ball
pitch, and he just misses. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Left field. Dominguez settles under it and makes the catch. And the inning is over. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
the
All
Yankees,
set to start
first
the
baseman,
9th in this
Paul
one.
Goldschmidt.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
What makes him special is a lot of pitchers lose movement in their stuff the deeper they go into a game, but he's just different. We see plenty of break in his pitches, even when he's running a little low in the tank. In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. Two
Now
strikes,
batting,
sort of pitch you're
second
hoping
baseman,
for, a bit of a
Chisholm
mistake,
Jr.
and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Noel going back. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Relay to third. In there safely.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
One down, runner at third. And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. Just missed.
Inside.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the ninth inning.
Chisholm takes his lead at third with one away. Pop foul out of play off to the right. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that ninth inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One away with a runner at third here at the top of the ninth. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that's a strikeout looking. Now only one out remaining.
Just locked him up right there
Now
for the
batting,
second out,
left
and that's an
fielder,
at-bat he's
Jason
probably going to be
Dominguez.
thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Dominguez in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two outs with a runner at third. On the ground, and this should do it. On to first. Ball game.
Well, what a gutsy performance. He saved the bullpen, gave him the day off. He wasn't super dominant, but he found a way to pitch. And when guys don't have their best stuff inning after inning throughout an entire game, you see them dig deep and they pitch. And that's exactly what he did to get this win today.
And our final here today, 8-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.